Well, with the joys of summer comes the nuisance of bugs and the risk that some of them, they pose a risk to humans. Our Dr. Mallika Marshall joins us to explain. Doc, welcome. Good to have you with us as always. Let's start with the surge in ticks that we're experiencing. Why are they becoming such a big problem now, more so than before?
It gave me the shivers just to have you say the name ticks. You know, climate change with milder winters and rainier springs ends up changing tick behavior, which entices them to emerge earlier and, of course, hang around longer. Now, they do tend to disappear in the winter months, but some areas have been seeing ticks around as late as January. The Northeast, Mid-Atlantic region, and the upper Midwest tend to be high-risk areas for deer ticks, with New York and Connecticut and New Jersey now reporting very high activity, but they're also showing up in Pacific Coast states, which is really unusual. And according to the CDC, ER visits for tick bites are at their highest levels in at least 5 years.
Doc, I played golf with a friend of mine from Canada last week, and he was saying for the first time ever, golf courses in Canada are warning about ticks. He said that has never happened. He said, can't believe it. So what type of tick is particularly dangerous to humans?
So at an event at the Harvard-Chan School of Public Health, they reported that this year is a particularly bad one for ticks and that rates of tick-borne illnesses like Lyme disease are actually on the rise. Now, the tick that transmits Lyme's is the black-legged or deer tick, sometimes as small as a poppy seed. They're very tiny. And these little buggers can also transmit less common infections such as anaplasmosis and babesiosis. There is also a larger tick that we're seeing more commonly in this region called the Lone Star tick that can actually trigger an allergy to red meat. You may have heard about that recently.
Unbelievable. So what's the best way to protect yourself from these ticks?
So ticks actually like to hitch a ride on your body if you actually brush up against grass and shrubs. So always walk on paths and trails and avoid high grass or wooded areas. Good idea is to wear light-colored pants and socks and tuck your pants into your socks so you can actually spot a tick and knock it off before it can actually bite you. You can spray your clothing or any exposed skin with an insect repellent. When you come indoors, take off all your clothes, get naked, do a full body tick check, and then take a shower. Don't forget to check your pets and your children as well. And if you actually find a tick attached to you, you want to remove it quickly. If you think the tick has been adhered to your skin for more than 24 to 36 hours, you should call your doctor because a single dose of an antibiotic called doxycycline can greatly reduce the risk of infection.
And let's talk about mosquitoes real quick because we wouldn't want to leave you without talking about that nuisance. They can be dangerous as well, correct?
That's right. You know, and mosquito populations are also on the rise, largely, again, due to climate control. And yes, they can cause a variety of serious diseases. The two we worry about the most in this area are the West Nile virus and the EEE virus, both of which can cause inflammation of the brain and other neurological problems in humans.
And it seems virtually impossible to avoid mosquito bites, but what would be the best precaution you can take in this day and age, with the exception of
Exactly. Well, you know, most of us are going to get a few mosquito bites this season, but the less often you get bit, the less likely you are to get sick from a mosquito bite. As with ticks, you want to keep your skin covered with long sleeves and pants, and again, use an insect repellent containing DEET. Mosquitoes are most active between dusk and dawn, so avoid outdoor activities during those times. And of course, get rid of any standing water in buckets or old tires, bird baths, children's toys, pet water bowls on your property because mosquitoes love to lay their eggs in there.
There you go. Dr. Mallika Marshall, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, Chris.